And I mean, I'll say it because we're not arguing, but your gut is always right.
Woo! Well. I should take a picture of this moment.
You know what? Leave me alone. Enjoy it. Enjoy it while it lasts. We've been together for 16 or 17 years. Sometimes we forget.
It feels like 6 years, though.
Yeah,
Other times
nothing.
it feels like 40.
Yeah. Jerk. So how did I meet you? Well, we had mutual friends, and I knew of you, but I didn't know that we would have all of this.
We were both in relationships, and we became friends. And holy cow, did friendship ever turn into something else?
I didn't know we would make it this far. It's funny, I remember there was a particular night at a club, and where we made out. It almost felt like a movie.
And like, you know, you're making out, you're having a kiss, you're looking into each other's eyes.
And then the kiss seemed to last forever. And then we opened our eyes.
And that
with
might have
the light.
also been a bit of liquid courage as well.
Courage. And then they were like, it's time to go.
Yeah, there was a flashlight in our face saying, hey guys, pack it up, get a room.
I feel like the years have gone by so quickly.
So after that night on the rooftop at the club, I think the best way I can describe it is my brain exploded.
Because of me.
Because of you. It had been a bit of a build-up, and then it's like, holy crap, I have to confront this the next day. I think the next day I just sort of sat there thinking, like, it's not a fling. It's not, oh, you know, Jill, fun Jill. Oh yeah, Jill thinks girls are cute. Like, it wasn't a joke. This was real.
I think for me, after the kiss, I wasn't sure.
You know you kissed me, right? Just so you know that. Like, let's just put that out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
remember that.
Did I kiss you? Are you sure?
Yeah, I remember that.
Are you sure I kissed you?
Yeah, you
Are you
lunged.
sure?
I remember.
Okay, did you
we
really?
were actually sitting this way.
What else? Whatever. Well, no, you better stop. I was excited, but I was nervous, and I didn't know.
God, terrified.
Like, I didn't know. Like, I'm usually a private person, so it's not like I'm gonna be like, ooh, I'm gonna tell so-and-so. But I didn't know where it was gonna go. And we took it really slow. Yeah. And we were private, and I was nervous. It felt different than my previous relationships, and I didn't want to mess up. And you were patient with me.
Our love story, it's not your typical love story. You know, it's also a story that was filled with loss of friends when I came out, when I admitted that it wasn't just some little cute, sexy girl crush.
It was a lot, having to deal with family.
Oh my gosh, homophobia.
Having to deal with friends, losing friends.
Losing family. So it's not the classic, oh yeah, I met at the bus stop at having Tim Hortons. Like, it's not that. Definitely not that. But it was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life.
You're smart.
I chose me first, and choosing me meant being true to myself. It meant pursuing whatever this wild friendship turn love of my life was going to look like. You know, whether it was going to be a month, a year, a decade, nearly 2 decades. Choosing me meant choosing our journey. And I think you chose you first too.
I think it was a bit from column A and a bit from column B. I chose myself, but it was better to try than not fail. And I didn't want to be one of those people that we've kind of talked about, where you're like, oh yeah, I'm married to X, but I really want to be with this person. Oh, I've never wanted to call it quits. But I think one of our biggest obstacles, the difficult part of this love, has been family. Has been, you know, the ups and downs. I can tell you, I know you love holidays, and I love them too. But in the beginning of our relationship, I hated them. And it's gonna make me cry, but I hated them because I had to choose. I couldn't bring the people that I loved the most in the world together. Mm-hmm. So instead of enjoying the occasion, it was like, okay, who am I not gonna hurt and who am I gonna hurt? Mm-hmm. Obviously it's better now. It's not perfect because we are still working at it, but I am in a better place.
And we're in a better place for that. I think I understand more because my family was me and my mom for the most part. My mom was shocked, of course, and she had to get over her own internal wrestlings, you know, of being a religious woman, you know, and what that meant for her, what me coming out meant for her, you know. But after a year or so, she was good.
You were patient. Hell, I don't even know if I could do it.
You know, I wouldn't give me so much credit. I don't think it's that I was patient. I think it's that...
What, you understood?
I understood. After a while, you know, once you put your ego out of the way of the equation, you then realize, oh shit, this is someone's family that they've had all their life. Yes, you loved me, and that was never questioned. But you can't just uproot yourself overnight. If anything, I just used to feel sad for you because I saw the juggling and I know it was hard.
What do you think my greatest strength and weaknesses are?
Gosh, that's a pretty loaded question. Like, do I want to sleep in the bed tonight or on the couch? I'm trying to figure out according to what I answer. Your biggest strength is how you show up for people who you care about. You are one of the most kind, generous people I know, loving people I know. You've gotten better, so I want to put that caveat out there. But you weren't able to see your shine as much as myself and others would.
Sometimes you don't need to tell. Sometimes you need to tell the right people.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
It's not
too.
the whole world that needs to
No,
know.
that's true.
Like I know
That's
that
true.
you know social media, blah blah blah, toot our horn, blah. Yeah, we have to do that. But sometimes people just don't need to know.
Well, another one of your weaknesses. You didn't think I was only just gonna give you one, did you? God, I know you have them. Just can't think of it right now. It sucks.
I'm gonna start off with your weaknesses.
You scamp.
I think the truth is, your weakness sometimes with us, at times, is sometimes...
Talk to the cat. Talk to the cat.
Sometimes you think you're always right, when you are not. Sometimes you don't like to listen. Sometimes you think that the more you talk is the more it's gonna change my mind. It's not gonna change my mind. I said what I said. And I think what I think, but we come together and we compromise. But I mean, you have improved. Your greatest strength, there's too many to list. I think your strength is being unapologetic. The same Jill that's here is the same Jill that you see at work. You don't apologize for who you are. You always go with your gut. If I feel a little insecure, I channel my inner Jill. Somebody that has always been there and that is there. But I channel you.
And you know what's so funny? When I am at my most panicked, I channel you. Because I don't know how you do it, but you are so calm.
I think if I had to give you advice is that you are everything that you need to be, honey. That you don't have to, you don't need external validation. You are everything that you need to be. That is the truth.
Goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious. But it is.
How do you feel our relationship has changed since my last gig that started in 2018?
I have a love-hate relationship. I love because it represents so much. So many people now see that they too belong in that space because of you and because of people that have come before you. But it takes up a lot of time. And it's not just a 9 to 5. It's a 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. to 12 to I'm about to go to bed, and you take up your phone and I'm like, nobody's messaging you right now. And But they are. You have to check.
I think we're more intentional with our time.
Yes, we're more intentional.
We're more intentional with our time. Since I got into, office. Again, we're just very hyper aware of our surroundings. I think we have to be. We are Black, we are queer women. We live in a world that simply does not always cherish who we are. So we have to be very mindful of how we express our love sometimes in certain spaces. How does it feel, Aisha, to love a Black woman?
And I think there's no other way for me to love. I think it is magical. I think it is beautiful. It's like seeing yourself.
I feel like the luckiest person in the world. I know that sounds cliche, but it's not for me, it's my truth. Loving you, seeing you grow. Gosh, there's so many mornings when I look at you when you're sleeping. Sometimes I can just fall into your dimples. There are unique moments that I could not experience if not with you. And that's how it feels to love a Black woman. It's beautiful, it's royalty, it is magical, it is our own unique love. I get to see your strength and your beauty and your vulnerability and your dreams and your hopes, you know what I mean? I get to see that every single day.
Oh,
We've been so lucky.
you're so sweet.